Hey y'all, it's Danielle from Black Business Boom, and I'm live with Mr. Brian Sexton from Nashville Music Equality. So excited to have Brian here with me today, talking about an awesome event that's coming up in less than 2 weeks now. Less than a week.
Yeah,
Man, time flies. Well,
yeah,
I'm really excited about this event because we have a mayoral race going on.
yeah.
And a couple weeks ago, I posted and was just like, what's going on? I'm not hearing a lot of buzz about the mayoral campaigns and the race. So I'm excited to know that you all are bringing together all of the candidates and bringing them to a forum so we can learn more about them and their platform. So let's get into it. How are you doing, Brian?
Good. I'm good. I'm continuing to operate in the spirit of collaboration.
Mhm.
I didn't want to give you the same render mill answer. I'm blessed. No, I am leaning with intent on collaborating with organization and people that are really serious about change. So that's a little bit of what this event is about and how it came about.
I love that. And it's hosted by the Arts and Business Council of Greater Nashville, Nashville Music Equality, and the Nashville Arts Coalition. So, like you said, the collaborative spirit of
Right.
bringing together lots of sponsors as well for the event. So, a lot of people coming together to make sure that the community, the arts community specifically, is informed about what's going on in the mayoral race. So, tell me how everything kind of came together for this event.
Yeah. So there's an organization in Nashville. If you have not heard about it, it's incredible. It's called the Arts and Business Council of Greater Nashville. They do amazing, amazing work in the community. There's also another organization called the Nashville Arts Coalition. And then you have Nashville Music Equality. Pretty much just as plain and simple as coming together and, you know, really dedicating ourselves to creating a conversation during this election cycle that speaks to the creative economy, workforce development, housing, things that are, things that really move the needle as far as what we need to focus on with the next mayor. Notice I didn't say for the next mayor to focus on, with the next mayor to focus on. Um, we got together and decided that we want to host this discussion. I was previously in talks with the National Museum of African American Music, where the discussion is hosted to have the mayoral candidate forum. And knowing that this summer they're going to be a plethora, like a series of conversations. Um, Really figuring out a creative way to create space for this conversation ahead of the snowball of important conversations that will take flight. We decided to do it at the top of May. And we have a wonderful list of candidates that will be participating to share their thoughts and views and ideas about ways they would like to move the needle as far as our creative economy is concerned. But we are listed as the host, but we have some wonderful, wonderful collaborators that are also helping us move this into a space with great intention, great detail, a healthy dialogue. And one of those organizations is called the Change Agency, and that is ran by Lucia Folk. And it's Lisa, but I want to make sure I get the last name. Um, um, Alicia and Lucia. They run the
Hmm.
Change Agency. And then also Jamie Kent of the BAM Creative Group is another individual. And Jamie was responsible for the smoking-free ban as far as music venues. And now you can go to a music venue and you can enjoy a smoke-free environment. He led that legislation.
Hmm.
And so we all came together to have this important conversation. And here we are, May 10th at the National Museum of African American Music. It's going to be phenomenal. And like I said, it's going to be a serious conversation on those things that really matter in our creative economy.
Yeah, and so there are so many things that are important in that creative economy, and we know that Nashville has a growing entertainment scene, big art scene. What are some of the topics that you feel like are important for the candidates to touch on in the forum that really do impact that group of people?
Yeah, well, for instance, city arts funding is important, right? I don't think that has, there's been attempts to help support our city arts with monies and things of that nature, but not nowhere to the extent of where that funding should be, right? Live workspaces for the creative economy. I think the Arts and Business Council conducted a survey, and some of the responses that came back from that survey was a lot of artists that have been here for years, doing amazing work, can no longer afford to live in the city. And so things like live work, the discussions, housing, those are some critical components to helping our creative community sustain here in Nashville as our city continues to boom in various ways. Supports for music education and arts education, another important topic that we'll get into in this mayoral candidate forum. Those types of things are some of the things you're going to hear about as far as the candidates in terms of sharing their ideas and viewpoints. So I'm super excited about the conversation, and
I am super excited. Yeah.
Some of these conversations have kind of flown under the radar, and so we're just trying to do our best to make sure that folks have access to the conversation. So if you didn't get a chance to register for the in-person experience, there will be a virtual experience as well, via live stream on the Arts and Business Council page. So there are going to be a few ways that you can sit and listen and hear our wonderful candidates talk about ways they plan to help support our creative community.
I love it. Super excited about this. I love that you all added the virtual component. And the good thing about it was because you all were getting so much interest for the event, right? So many people were trying to come in person.
Absolutely.
And that is amazing because, again, I was like, what's going on? We're not hearing a lot about what's going on with these candidates and haven't really had the opportunity to hear from them directly. So this is our opportunity for a lot of us, the first opportunity we have to really hear from some of the candidates, and you all got all of them in the room.
Yeah, well, that was, as you can imagine, this is a very popular race. So getting everyone involved in the conversation was pretty difficult, but we managed to get those that committed. And for those that did not get a chance to get in on this conversation, we have a way for them to do so by way of a questionnaire. They're going to be able to complete that questionnaire. And just like we're going to share the other candidates' responses to that questionnaire with our ticket holders, we're going to share those candidates. Again, the candidates that did not get a chance to participate in this discussion, they will have their responses shared as well with those folks that have registered for the event. We want to make sure that, again, everybody has a chance to engage and participate. And, we've been in this place before where the field has been like, 12 or 13 candidates. And so, finding a creative way where you can get some meaning and great intention and create a space for healthy dialogue was top priority. But again, the challenging with the space.
I can't imagine how challenging, that is. And again, it's so many candidates. And I think that's why this is so important because, we're like, we don't know who, you don't know who to vote for, especially, we have a few months, 3 months or so to make those decisions, but we need to start tuning in and having these conversations so that we can be informed and make what we feel like is the right decision for ourselves, our futures, our families as well. So really excited to have this opportunity to hear directly from the candidates.
Yeah.
Now tell folks what to expect on the day of the event.
Yeah. So we have a reception that starts about 5:30. So just come and enjoy some light beverage and finger foods, and then we're going to just go straight into the discussion. Again, just having that intentionality on making sure we create an experience that is really top notch, and that we're getting the best feedback and response, and so that everybody can walk away feeling quite confident from what they heard is top of mind. I'm a local creative community developer here in Nashville. I work in community development. I work for MDHA in our community development department. But the art side is something that's been a passion of mine for the past 15 years. So quality of life, making sure that we can help our creatives sustain is something that has been incredibly important to me. So that's why I'm taking this conversation serious, because we have an opportunity to really make that connection felt between our candidates and our attendees, and even those that are participating online. We want to make sure that that intentionality is there, and this is not another one of the run-of-the-mill candidate forums that you've been to, where kind of everybody kind of says the same thing, and you don't really walk away fulfilled. So,
so y'all gonna ask the real questions.
Yeah, we want to get to it, right? Nashville is growing leaps and bounds. I don't think anyone wants to look up and not be able to really connect with their community, because the beauty and the creativity and the artists that made Nashville so amazing can no longer afford to live here, can no longer afford to work here. And these are things that are happening in every city. So it's something that is really close to heart for me. And just the timing is right, where we have this election cycle, and this is the opportune time to have this conversation at a beautiful space that the museum has downtown, and I'm really excited about it.
Super excited. Well, I have dropped the link in the caption. I will also drop it in the comments, just in case anybody missed it in the caption there. Free
event. And most importantly, one thing I want to stress is the connection and the grassroots effort of this. And so please, if you haven't already, look up the Arts and Business Council of Greater Nashville. I'm telling you, they do amazing work. They're moving the needle. Look up the Nashville Arts Coalition. Look up Nashville Music Equality. Look up the Change Agency. Look up the BAM Group, right? Like, these are some of the names of organizations that should be on your radar. And I just want to thank our sponsors as well. Our sponsors, they made this happen. Mojo Marketing, Urban Housing Solutions, Martin Development, the Hutton Hotel, the Urban League Young Professionals in Middle Tennessee. They really helped to make this conversation come to light. And so I just want to say thank you to those individuals and all of our sponsors on the flyer that shared or recycled the flyer. Thank you. So.
Absolutely. Well, again, it's going to be an amazing event. This is one of the first opportunities we'll have to hear. Yes, we'll call it the kickoff. This is the kickoff for the Nashville mayoral race, especially for the arts community and the creative community in Nashville. And so it's an opportunity for you to come and hear directly from most of the candidates.
That's right.
So it's going to be a great opportunity, and I'm super excited for it. I've dropped the link, and again, it's in the caption. It's also in the comments. So make sure you hit that link. If you can't attend in person, get on the virtual stream. As Brian mentioned, any candidates that can't be there will get a questionnaire. The answers to those questions will be distributed to those that are registered for the event. So make sure that you get registered for the event. Anything you want to leave us with today, Brian?
Sure. A famous quote of mine: before a baby talks, it sings. Before a baby or child walks, baby or child dances. Before the baby writes, the baby draws, or the child draws. So art is fundamental to human expression, and it's up to us to protect that fundamental right. And I wish I could take credit for that, but I can't. That is my TV mom, Felicia Rashad, also known as Split Huxtable. She was the author of that quote. But I like to use that as a reminder of how important art is. It's one of those rights that are often on the chopping block. In terms of budgets, it's something that is not funded as well as some of the other items, in our political landscape. But we use it every day, and we're born into this world an artist. And so, with that being said, let's protect that right and participate in this event, and really engage in this election process for what you believe matters. Maybe it's not art, maybe it's something else, but engage. You must. So.
Engage. Exactly. That's the bottom line. I love it. Thank you so much for joining me, Brian. I'm really excited for the event. Can't wait to hear the amazing feedback that I'm sure it'll get. I'm sure it's the first of many amazing events of this collaborative coming together and making sure that the community stays informed. So I'm really excited for the future of the collaborative as well. That again, the link is in the chat, it's in the caption. You all make sure you register for this event, get involved, engage, learn what these candidates have to say, and make sure that they are representing what's important to you when you go to the polls in August.
Right.
All right.